Should we have a talk about overthinking?
That hurts, right? It hurts to hear that, right? People want to hear that people think that there's going to be a Messiah who's going to be there to come and help you out of your miseries.
And where does overthinking sit in this equation? Just gonna have to throw in some more webs. Spider-Man. No?
Yeah.
Whole multiple things all at once. It's possible. Someone will say, why are they very serious? uh, Man, we're rolling. You wanna start?
Now, one of the things that I would love to talk about is being a man is not easy. Being accountable is not easy. Why don't you start with this?
Should we have a talk about overthinking? Example like when people just keep thinking about something but don't really take action. Like it's just a dream.
There's a lot of battles that you're fighting, but the truth is that no one's going to fight the battle for you. You have to do it on your own. People around you look at you for answers, for hope. You have things to do at work, you come home, there are things to do at home. You have multiple roles to play in your life. When men come home, they can't be sitting there talking about how difficult their day was at work. They have to be asking others about how their day was. When there's a death in the family, everyone looks at the man of the house for support, for comfort. Men tend to overthink because at times when they're not really able to deal with the problems that's on their plate, there's so much that you have to deal with. There is no room to sit and overthink. There's only one way to look at problems. You have a problem, you have a solution. You find the solution and you move on. Doesn't make any sense to sit and talk about problems. So that's a quality that, as a head of the family, as a leader, you need to have. And when I say leader, head of the family, and I remember in the last podcast we spoke about, you said that single mothers are the ones that you wish happy Father's Day. They're the head of the family. Head of the family has nothing to do with the gender. Head of the family is someone who takes control of the situation. When things go wrong, stays resilient, not just sits there and overthinks. There are people out there, unfortunately, with the smallest things that they go through in life, all they do is just sit there and overthink. Thinking is not helping. You need to act on things for something to happen. If you're not acting on it, it's not helping.
How do I go from being an overthinker to taking actions?
If you reach a junction and you have a left and a right, and left is what you need to do, but right is where you feel like going, but you know that left is where you want to go, how do you go left?
You just go left.
You just go left. The answer to a lot of things that we talk about is just to do it. And that's why people don't get it, because people think that there is a secret potion that you have that lets you turn left.
So you're saying left is like real life, actual steps that you're supposed to take, and right is your comfort zone.
The solution is to go left, but you tend to sit there and think, should I go left or right? But real leaders out there, they're the ones who just take the decision, let's just go left, no questions.
What if you've been going right for the longest time? You're in your comfort zone. You keep doing the same thing over and over.
You heard the saying, if you've always done what you're always doing, you always get you've always gotten. You can't expect to do the same thing and expect a different result. They've been doing something for the last 10, 15 years. When asked why you're not taking action, they say something's going to turn up. I have a feeling. Life doesn't work on feelings.
Is that fate?
When you hear the saying that you do your best and God's going to help you, you need to put in your effort. You can't just say God's going to help. The saying is you put in 100%, then you're going to get complete support. You're not going to get complete support despite of doing your part. That is just plain stupidity.
Madness is doing the same thing every single time and expecting to have a different result.
Agree with that? Why is that people do this? Why?
I know a lot of people just pray and hope that God will change the situations when actually God is doing everything. I want you to put it out there. A miracle is just gonna happen.
There's no miracle happening.
I want you to say it as it is.
There is no miracle happening, and God's not going to be there to save you from any of your troubles because of your incompetency. Now that hurts, right? It hurts to hear that, right? People want to hear that people think that there's going to be a Messiah who's going to be there to come and help you out of your miseries. True as that is only if you are someone who's putting in your 100%. It is not for the lazy ones out there. You can't be lazy hoping for things to fall in place, hoping for people to be around pacifying you, hoping that God's going to be there to help you out of your misery. Not happening.
What if the opportunity never comes? Do you create one?
No, the opportunity is out there. It comes, knocks at your door, and you got a friend telling you, hey man, I think there's something knocking at your door. You want to go check? And you say, no, don't worry about it. God's going to be there for me. But God just sent you an opportunity. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want whoever that is to come knock at your door for you to wait to open for you to say that, hey, you know what? Remember you asked for an opportunity. I'm here with it. And that's not happening. The opportunity is there for everybody, but there are very few who grab it. The ones who grab it have a great story to tell, and we all know about them. The ones who don't grab it sit down and talk about how life is unfair. It's not about life being unfair. You just didn't know how to grab the opportunity. Don't blame your situations, but instead blame your incapability to grab the opportunity. But I have to interrupt you. I have to interject that maybe there is no hope. You've been an overthinker for the last many years. You don't want to change. I'm not going to be able to help you change yourself. Maybe you are going to die incapable of changes.
I don't want this to sound like there is no hope.